and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Vaishali Kohli. A.R. Rahman viewers has found himself in the middle of a storm. The music maestro has now shared his first public message after his recent remarks on Bollywood sparked a sharp debate within the film industry. The Oscar-winning composer posted a video on Instagram on Sunday, days after reactions poured in from fans and film personalities. The row began after Rahman told BBC Asian Network that his work in the Hindi film industry has slowed in recent years. Asked about his experience as a Tamil composer in Bollywood, he said a power shift had put non-creative people in control and added that it could also be a communal thing, though not directly faced by him. Listen in to what his initial remark was and how he responded to the internet backlash.
Who are not creative have the power now to decide things. And this might have been a communal thing also.
India is my inspiration, my teacher and my home. I understand that intentions can sometimes be misunderstood. But my purpose has always been to uplift, honor, and serve through music. I have never wished to cause pain, and I hope my sincerity is felt. I feel blessed to be Indian, which enables to create a space which always allows freedom of expression and celebrates multicultural voices. From nurturing Jala, presented at the Wave Summit in front of the Honorable Prime Minister and Ruhinur, to collaborating with the young Naga musicians to create a string orchestra, to mentoring the Sunshine Orchestra, also building Secret Mountain, India's first multicultural virtual band, and the honor of scoring Ramayana alongside Hans Zimmer. Each journey has strengthened my purpose. I remain grateful to this nation and committed to music that honors the past, celebrates the present, and inspires the future. Jai Hind and Jai Ho.
These remarks has left the music and film industry divided. Let's see some of those reactions from the industry. Let me take you through that, viewers. Now we're talking about the film industry reacting to A.R. Rahman's comments. Now, Javed Akhtar, the veteran lyricist, of course, has said, "I don't agree with that. I also doubt that he would ever say something like this. Rahman is a great composer and a lot of people respect him." Let's now talk about the very well-known writer Shobha De. Now, this is a very dangerous comment. If I've ever seen any place which is free of any kind of communal tension, it is Bollywood. He should not have said it. Maybe he has his reasons. Let's talk about the very vocal actor Kangana Ranaut. "I have not come across a man more prejudiced and hateful than you. Desperately wanted to narrate my directorial emergency to you. I was told you don't want to be part of a propaganda film." Shan, of course, the melodious voice. Now, I don't think there is any communal minority angle. If there was such an angle, then all are three superstars who've been in the minority for 30 years. Let's talk about what Chinmay Shripada has said. Now, he sings "Maa Tujhe Salam" at almost every concert. Everyone who has attended the concerts knows this. Let's talk about the famous singer Hariharan now. "It's a grey area. I really wish more creative people, or at least people who really understand music, would make these decisions." Leslie Lewis. Now, the music industry has changed. It's not just the old players anymore. New people with fresh ideas have come in, and digital platforms have completely changed the parameters. All right, viewers. So this is all of the Bollywood reactions that are coming in on the legendary musician A.R. Rahman. Now I'd like to introduce my guests. I have Pooja Talwar, she's an entertainment journalist, joining me along with Avtar Gill, who's an actor, and Lalit Ambardar, who's also an actor. I want to go across first to Mr. Avtar Gill, who's an actor. Now, Mr. Gill, the question really is that we're talking about a legendary man, a man who's a genius when it comes to music. How do you interpret his comments to begin with?
See, according to me, this is a very shocking kind of a statement. And that too coming from such a big personality who has ruled in South, and I will also say in Hindi, who has done the biggest projects, the most successful projects, most popular projects. After seeing the so much name, fame, success, to comment like this, it's a very sad thing. And coming from such a big man called A.R. Rahman, it's a shocking. We have been seeing this line for so many years that mostly, I mean, never somebody has asked about your religion or what caste you have. When people are working, I think this is the only place where your religion doesn't matter.
All right, Mr. Gill, I want to go across to Pooja Talwar, who's an entertainment journalist. Now, Pooja, I have gone through that particular clip before this bulletin, and I have also been an entertainment journalist for many years, like yourself. Now, I want to ask you that he's said that, you know, he's mentioned that, and I quote Mr. A.R. Rahman, that in the past 8 years, maybe because the power shift has happened, people who are not creative have the power now to decide things. And this might have been a communal thing also, but not in my face. So, Pooja, how do you interpret this? Do you feel that, you know, the backlash that A.R. Rahman's getting, we must cut him some slack and allow him to say what he wants to say, irrespective of what has happened?
You know, firstly, I would be in agreement with Mr. Avtar Gill because the film industry has been the most secular place. As you've seen, the top star, Dilip Kumar, Wahida Rahman, Meena Kumari, Mohammad Rafi, now Shah Rukh Khan, have all belonged to the Muslim community, and their religion has never been an issue in the industry. But then, as you said, Mr. Rahman has a right to say what he wants to, but I just feel him saying that Chhawa, the movie that, you know, the uproar has happened around it being a divisive movie, and now how he's been hearing whispers and people in power. Now, who are these people in power? Because yes, there is a certain section of the industry that does make the so-called propaganda films, but there's also another section of the industry that makes regular films, and he's been associated with those. So I actually was pretty shocked myself, because why is he making that statement, and who are these people who are taking creative control? I mean, Bollywood has its issues. It has everything. There's everything wrong with the industry, as there is with any industry in the world. But I wouldn't think that he's being, you know, shortchanged because he's not been getting work because of his religion. Because firstly, he is one of the top composers. He's also could be inaccessible. There was a time that he was focused on his Hollywood projects more than his Bollywood projects. That was the time no one in Bollywood, though his compositions were not up to the mark, nobody said a word, but they embraced him when he came back. So communal sections, I don't know who is he implying at. Does he feel that there are certain political sections that they are, who are basically, you know, taking charge of the industry? Maybe when it comes to subjects, yes. When it comes to certain stories being told, but music-wise, I don't think so. Otherwise, if there were, then Shah Rukh Khan would not be leading the biggest hits and would not be celebrated as the star that he is.
All right. I want to now go across to Mr. Avtar Gill, who's of course an actor, and we all know him. You know, Mr. Gill, I want to ask you that during your illustrious career, during the career that you've had in Bollywood, I want to ask you, have you ever seen any kind of bias happening in terms of religion?
Never, 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 ever. I totally agree with Pooja what she said. the biggest star produced by this country in last 100 years is Mr. Dilip Kumar. The biggest singer, Muhammad Rafi, as she mentioned. Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Salman Khan, they have been ruling this industry more than 3 decades. How can you say something like this? How can you say? Then I should say tomorrow that only Sikh people or Punjabi people gave me work in the films. No. Film industry is the most secular place. We never discuss your caste, your community. We all sit together, we all eat together. We never discuss this topic. See, the new generation comes with the new ideas they come, with the new stories they come. So that music changes time to time. You can't be a number one all the time, whether you're an actor, a director, or music actor, anybody. Time comes, phases comes when actors and technicians they go out of market, then they come back even. Or sometimes they have more work, sometimes they have no work at all. But that all happens with everybody. You are not the only one, and you are considered as a genius, the topmost composer of this country. In South, in Hollywood, in Hindi film, everywhere. That time you didn't complain, and now you're complaining after so many years. You mean to say the political people, they decide the cast, the script, or the music director? No, nobody. So this is a very shocking coming from such a big man who has seen everything in life, who has been in this industry ruling for so long. So you can't be the same at the same place all the time. The new filmmakers come with new ideas, new composers, new singers. This is going to happen. It has never happened with me. Never ever.
All right, I want to now go across to Mr. Lalit Ambardar. He's also an actor who's joining me. Now, Mr. Ambardar, I want your comments on both the things, the communal aspect of what A.R. Rahman has said, and also the fact that he's called Chhawa a divisive film. How do you feel about both the statements?
I think it has been a long hiatus since I appeared on cinema or screens in terms of as an actor or as a model. But then yes, as an activist, I can tell you the so-called maestro of music industry, Indian music industry, has given another whip to New York mayor to lash Hindus and India with. Inspired by Hindu phobia and anti-Hindu sentiments abroad. This man, as rightly pointed out, he has been given so much of love and love by the people of India. You know who goes about to buy the tickets in the cinema hall? Poor Hindus, workers. They spend their hard-earned money in buying a ticket so that these maestros, these actors, film composers, directors, they become the stars. And today you are returning that love and the regard they gave you by calling them, you say when you call disparity or communal angle to it, you call it, you're demeaning Hindus, you're demeaning Hindus because you say it's communal. You mean to say it's euphemism to say that Hindu fascists are controlling the film industry. That's very sad. And I think what has been pointed out, you can't be the star always. Dilip Kumar did not rule the film industry, although he rules the hearts of Indian cinema watchers till now. Yet I would like to point out, during the Kargil conflict, very Dilip Kumar was asked by Atal Bihari Vajpayee to come to Delhi. He came to Delhi along with his friend and personal doctor and sat in PM Vajpayee's room. And Atal Bihari Vajpayee called up Nawaz Sharif, the then Prime Minister of Pakistan, and asked Dilip Kumar to tell him. I don't know whether he was asked to say the same thing, but you know what is shocking? What is very Dilip Kumar, the idol of Indians, he calls Nawaz Sharif and tells him on phone that आप ये बंद कर दीजिए, आप जब भी ऐसा कुछ करते हैं कि हम हिंदुस्तान के मुसलमानों को घर से निकलना मुश्किल हो जाता है, please stop it. Has it ever happened? Whenever there has been a conflict war, the 1965 hero is Hawaldar Abdul Hamid. Why did Dilip Kumar have to say to Nawaz Sharif that you stop the war, otherwise it's going to be difficult for the Muslims of India? So this was during the 1946 provincial elections when Pakistan, two-nation theory of Jinnah, Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was the manifesto of Muslim League. Pakistan was the manifesto. The Muhammad Ismail, I would like to recall now, it's also wrong with our history. We're not being able to teach history, not to our own, to the whole nation, that's including Muslim. Muhammad Ismail was the chief of Muslim League, Jinnah's Muslim League of then Madras Presidency. You know, he got 26 all Muslim seats of this Madras constituency in favor of Pakistan, but none along with him went to Pakistan. They stayed back, and he also argued. He became the member. See the courtesy of Hindus. He is the big-heartedness of Hindu, how secular a Hindu is. The very man who wanted to be whole of Deccan to be part of Pakistan did not go himself, stayed back. He was given a seat in the Constitutional Assembly of India, where he did not stop to be an Islamist. He said, I need representative, this electoral representation selected or reserved for Muslims of India. That person has said a Muslim is a Muslim is a Muslim first. I think this man, however, I want to not to trust that man. This, I'm sad, this music maestro has proved that once again, to my dismay, to my disbelief. And also I want to say Rasool Kutti, another Oscar-winning editor, sound designer. You know what he says? My salute to him. He's the son of Sanatana Hindu, Sanatana India. You know, when he received the Oscar prize, you know what he said? He dedicated to India. He said, I come from the country, from a civilization that has given the most beautiful sound, Om, to the humanity. It's a universal word, Om. He got a backlash, of course, from the Islamists in Kerala. But then Rasool Kutti stood by his word. I think we need to have that kind of sentiment, and that I don't need to call him as a Muslim and he's an Indian. No, he's an Indian. He's an Indian. That's why he said it. And this man, somebody was saying he's so graceful. I think he's lost his grace. Rahman has lost his grace by making these cheap, I call it cheap and mean accusations against Hindus. He is fallen in the eyes of Indians today.
You know, Mr. Ambardar, this is very interesting you say that, because while you were speaking, something was coming to my mind. You know, I had the opportunity to interview A.R. Rahman many years ago when I started my career, almost a decade ago, and I remember him as a man of very few words. You know, he hardly talked, he hardly said anything. You really had to get him to have a conversation with you. And I want to take this question now to Pooja Talwar, who's an entertainment journalist. Pooja, now why do you think that at this point, once he's achieved all this kind of success, he's suddenly coming out with these statements?
You know, Vaishali, it's very interesting that you said that. I have known Mr. Rahman since the time of, like, I complete 30 years in the industry. I remember interviewing him for Lagan and all these movies. You could not get a word out of him. I'm as baffled. And, you know, they also say when you've achieved so much. And again, I would support Mr. Gill, what he said. The industry is, I mean, it's not the politicians who are deciding who's cast in a movie. That way, the country wouldn't have celebrated Shah Rukh Khan's birthday as a national festival, you know, his 60th birthday. So leave that aside. Even I am as baffled because today he feels that he is, you know, he started being very vocal about his life, be it his personal life and stuff like that. And I'm as baffled, but suddenly he just, I don't know, you know, this is something that even I'm thinking, I mean, when you want to say something, add something that contributes to the narrative, because music is something that binds people's heart. Naushad ji, also the biggest music composer, was a Muslim and had composed the most beautiful song. Say, contribute. Why are you being divisive in what you're saying? You are entitled to your opinion, but then you're apologizing, saying that I didn't want to hurt sentiments. At least put some thought as to what you're saying, because your words are going to be seriously heard by the people. And music and art is meant to unite, not divide. We have seen, okay, I agree with propaganda films, things are not right, but then unite yourself in creating a conducive environment where everyone can thrive. So I'm as baffled, because if anyone has the answer, maybe we should ask him ki kya ho raha hai, kyun ho raha hai.
All right, Pooja, you know, it's as surprising for me because this is an extremely intelligent man. You just have to come in contact with him and you know you're dealing with somebody really, really brilliant. And with that, Pooja Talwar, Avtar Gill and Lalit Ambarda, thank you so much for joining me.